गाइस ये ECLGS स्कीम का लोन एलिजिबिलिटी क्लॉज बहुत सिंपली बोलता तो है कि अप टू 20% ऑफ द एग्जिस्टिंग आउटस्टैंडिंग आपको एडिशनल लोन मिल जाएगा, बट ये 20% आपको आपके सारे आउटस्टैंडिंग लोन्स पे नहीं मिलेगा. इसमें भी कुछ इंक्लूजन्स हैं तो कुछ एक्सक्लूजन्स. सो हियर आई एम with the fifth part to the ECLGS scheme coverage that I've been doing on my Facebook and Instagram handles. And in this part, let's try and answer questions such as 20% of what, then in what form, then is there a margin requirement? If yes, then how much? And various other aspects that revolve around the loan amount eligibility. So just to simply read out from the scheme, the clause says that you will be eligible for up to 20% of the loans outstanding as on 29th Feb. और कमाल की बात तो ये है, बहुत ईमानदार हो गई है गवर्नमेंट हमारी, बिकॉज इन्होंने खुद ही कुछ FAQs रिलीज किए हैं जिसमें कि अप टू टर्म को खुद से ही बोल्ड और अंडरलाइन करके दिया है. बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली दे ऑल्सो नो दैट देयर इज अ कैच इन दिस. बोरोवर्स शुड नॉट अज्यूम कि उनको उनके आउटस्टैंडिंग लोन्स का पूरा 20% मिलना ही है. तो अप टू 20% लिख के उन्होंने ऑब्वियसली बैंक्स को ये डिस्क्रिशन या पावर्स दे दी है टू डिसाइड कि उनको 5% देना है, 10% देना है या पूरा 20% देना है अपने एलिजिबल बोरोवर्स को. तो अभी विंडो क्यों, ये फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी क्यों? तो मेरा पर्सनल टेक इसमें यह है कि द गाइडलाइन इनेबल्स द बैंक्स टू असेस द इम्पैक्ट ऑफ COVID-19 एंड द लॉकडाउन देयर ऑफ ऑन its a set of borrowers. So if a bank feels that one borrower has been impacted more than the other one, so then banks should have that flexibility to offer full 20% to the more impacted ones and maybe lesser to the less impacted ones. So that's how this flexibility. However, obviously as a borrower, I'm sure most of you would want to avail this whole 20% of the loans outstanding. So what personally I would suggest is you talk to your banker in a manner in which they get to understand the proper impact of this lockdown on your business. Not only the past impact, but the future implications it will have in the months and years to come. So that is one. Then a second point comes is what will be the form of this facility. So for banks, it says working capital term loan. For NBFCs, it says plain term loan. Again, jargons फेंक के मारे. For the common man to understand, it is simply term loan. तो बेसिकली अगर आप ओवरड्राफ्ट और कैश क्रेडिट भी अवेल कर रहे थे अपने बैंक से और वो भी आउटस्टैंडिंग था एज ऑन 29th Feb, बट ये जो एडिशनल फैसिलिटी मिलेगी वो इस गाइडलाइन के हिसाब से तो ओवरड्राफ्ट या कैश क्रेडिट के फॉर्म में नहीं मिल सकती, बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली गवर्नमेंट वांट्स टू पुट अ टेन्योर टू इट. तो इसके लिए अगर टेन्योर पुट करना है तो देन इट हैज़ टू बी समथिंग इन द फॉर्म ऑफ अ टर्म लोन. Having said that, it has come to my notice from some banker friends of mine that some banks are actually giving it in the form of OD also to their borrowers. Honestly, I am not very sure how will that work. They might be giving it in the form of a dropline OD. Again, limited point here is banks are trying to actually support their good borrowers. So if you are one of those good borrowers, which I'm sure you would be, so reach out to the concerned authorities in your bank and try and get this benefit, because please understand that the scheme does not discourage any bank to do anything better than the scheme. For example, when they've defined the interest rate also, it says that it should be maximum 9.25%. So if a bank is able to provide loan at a better price, then the scheme does not stop them. So please try and take as many benefits from the bank as possible. Moving on, the next important point is margin. So again, this whole guideline is silent on margin. मैंने 2 बार कंट्रोल F लगा कर देख लिया सारे रेलिवेंट क्लॉजेज में, बट वो मार्जिन वर्ड यूज ही नहीं किया है. सो आई थिंक द साइलेंट मैसेज विच हैज़ बीन गिवन टू द बैंक्स इज don't charge or don't stipulate any margin in such sanctions. For the uninitiated ones, I'll quickly brief that margin percentage is that percentage which is generally stipulated by the banks in their working capital sanctions, which the borrower has to bring in or contribute in the working capital financing from his own pocket. So, to avoid a situation where whole of the working capital of a borrower is financed through bank debt. So, obviously, given the whole idea behind this guideline is to support borrowers in these testing times of COVID-19, the margin has been intentionally kept at 0 as interpreted by me, because the guideline is totally silent on the margin percentage. So moving on, how the banks will check what was your total outstanding as on 29th Feb 2020. So they will rely on the data shared by credit bureaus or the SMA reports. So SMA reports are again applicable for exposures above 5 crore. So if your total loan outstanding was less than 5 crore as on that date, then they will rely on information maintained by various credit bureaus, CIBIL being the most popular ones, and I'm sure all of us know about it. So moving on to the part where we try and answer the question of 20% ऑफ वॉट अमाउंट, कि भैया ये 20% जो मिलेगा, रादर अप टू 20% का जो लोन मिलने वाला है एक्स्ट्रा, वो किस अमाउंट पे कैलकुलेट किया जाएगा. सो द गाइडलाइन का सेंटेंस इज इट बी कैलकुलेटेड ऑन टोटल लोन्स आउटस्टैंडिंग एज ऑन 29 Feb. बट कहीं भी ये नहीं लिखा है कि ऑल टोटल आउटस्टैंडिंग्स. So basically there are certain inclusions and certain exclusions to it. So let us first talk about inclusions. So inclusions के लिए जो word guideline में mentioned है वो है all fund based limits are included. अभी फिर से थोड़ा सा jargon फेंक के मारा है. तो fund based limits क्या होते हैं, बहुत ही simply समझ लेते हैं. Any limit under which a borrower draws down actual funds, hardcore money from the bank and uses it for making some business payments. So those are called fund based limits. ठीक है. Now the guideline is silent on the nature or names of the facilities. ठीक है, तो इधर ही मेरा काम आता है जो मैं आपको इंटरप्रेट करके बताऊं. सो सिंपली स्पीकिंग अगर ये बोलते हैं ऑल फंड बेस्ड लिमिट्स, तो ये आपके इस तरह के सारे लिमिट्स जैसे कि कैश क्रेडिट सीसी, ओवरड्राफ्ट ओडी, WCDL वर्किंग कैपिटल डिमांड लोन, शॉर्ट टर्म लोन STLs, देन इवन आपके कुछ ट्रेड लिमिट्स जैसे कि सेल्स इनवॉइस डिस्काउंटिंग SID, PO फाइनेंसिंग, परचेज ऑर्डर फाइनेंसिंग, then export packing credit in foreign currency, post shipment credit in foreign currency, and then even your long term loans. So fund base में short term और long term दोनों आता है. तो आपके short term facilities हो गए जो सारे working capital बताए मैंने, और long term हो गए जो आपके long term loans है जो आपने मशीनरी परचेज करने के लिए या बिल्डिंग परचेज करने के लिए या कुछ नया एनहांसमेंट किसी बिल्डिंग या मशीनरी में करने के लिए लिया है, तो वो long term loan also forms a part of the fund based facilities. Okay. Now another important point is that only outstanding amount across working capital loans and term loans will be considered. So now if your CC limit was sanctioned as 5 crore as of 29 Feb, but उसमें से यूटिलाइज आपने कुछ 2 करोड़ ही कर रखा था, तो दैट मीन्स आपका आउटस्टैंडिंग सिर्फ 2 करोड़ था. सो इट सिंपली मीन्स दैट आपका ये अप टू 20% कैलकुलेट करने के लिए सिर्फ ये 2 करोड़ को ही कंसिडर किया जाएगा. अगेन इन माई ओपिनियन, I don't know how logical this is, because if a limit is of 5 crore, ideally a borrower should be eligible to borrow additional 20% on the full sanctioned amount instead of the only outstanding amount. But government का guideline है, हमारा काम है उसको interpret करना, उस पर अमल करना और लाइफ में आगे बढ़ना. तो ये तो था inclusions का part. So now moving on to exclusions. Now what is excluded as per the guideline are the non-fund based limits. The non-fund based limits are opposite of fund based limits. So where no hardcore money is drawn down from the bank. Instead of that, the borrower has the bank to offer some sort of comfort or guarantee to its vendors. So for example, opening of a letter of credit in favor of a vendor for buying raw material. So this is a non-fund based facility. Now, in my opinion, at least letter of credit should have been included because it is as good as a working capital facility. But the guideline has absolutely, totally, explicitly excluded it while calculating the eligibility amount. So again, as I said, गवर्नमेंट का गाइडलाइन है, हमारा काम है उसको इंटरप्रेट करना और लाइफ में आगे बढ़ना. तो हम भी लाइफ में आगे बढ़ते हैं और बात करते हैं हमारे अगले पॉइंट की, जो कि है अ सेपरेट लोन अकाउंट विल बी ओपन फॉर दिस फैसिलिटी. So but obvious, given that the tenure, moratorium, commercials, everything of this facility are different and fixed by the government, so it has to be maintained as a separate facility, a separate contract number in the books of the bank, so that there is no overlapping. So just to eliminate any sort of ambiguity in this scheme, this feature has been added. So please ensure that no bank offers you this facility by way of a top up in the existing facility or by somewhere by modifying the existing facility. No, because your existing facility will have some security, some collateral, some specifics attached to it, whereas this facility is fully and totally guaranteed by the Government of India, Ministry of Finance. So you please ensure that this is maintained as a separate loan account with your bank. Moving forward, loans extended through current government schemes will not be impacted because of this. So there are various other government schemes which were already in force before COVID. It's like Prime Minister Mudra Yojana and things like that. So those will continue to remain run separately. And this amount, this up to 20% of the outstanding has to be over and above those facilities. So banks can't confuse them with this facility. So that is also an important point to remember. And last but not the least, what in case the total outstandings as on 29th Feb were from multiple lenders? आपके एक से ज़्यादा बैंक और फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशंस के साथ आउटस्टैंडिंग था. तो ऐसे में बहुत ही सिंपल है, आप उन सभी फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशंस से उनके प्रपोर्शनेट आउटस्टैंडिंग्स के रेशियो में ये एडिशनल फैसिलिटी ले सकते हैं, और या फिर फॉर सम रीज़न इफ़ यू विश to take it from say one single bank. So then other banks will have to provide a no objection certificate to that bank. So this is just a operational point that has been mentioned here. So yeah, there we are concluding our video on all the aspects that revolve around calculating the eligibility of loan amount. Again, I am urging you all to speak to the seniors in the credit team of your bank and try and make them understand the impact that this COVID and this lockdown has already had on your business, and it is expected to have in the months and years to come. By doing that, I'm sure you'll be able to convince them to extend a full 20% of the outstanding on your account. Otherwise, you may end up getting only a 5% or a 10% as well. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please share it with your colleagues, with your friends, and especially with those whom you feel will classify as MSMEs and stand a chance to get benefited from this facility. Thank you so much. See you in the next video. Bye bye.